Hello there. Today, we're going to walk through a really practical guide for finding the right dog trainer for you and your pup, right here in the Loxahatchee area. So, let's get started.
If you're a dog owner in Loxahatchee, you already know that your daily walk isn't exactly typical. It's a pretty unique mix of wildlife and rural living, right? So any good training plan has to be built for this very specific environment.
So here's how we're going to break it down. We'll go through 5 simple steps to help you find that perfect professional. First, we'll look at the local landscape, then we'll figure out what your dog actually needs. After that, we'll explore different training styles, cover how to pick a real pro, and finally, look at what to expect for costs and timelines.
Okay, let's jump right into Section 1, Training in Loxahatchee. So what is it about this area that makes training a dog a little different?
Well, life in Loxahatchee means a good local trainer needs to get it. They need to understand some very specific challenges. We're talking about teaching your dog to calmly ignore horses on a bridle path, or resist the urge to chase after peacocks, and how to just walk calmly through places like grassy waters. This is way beyond just sit and stay. It's really about helping your dog feel comfortable and confident in this unique place we live.
All right, moving on to Section 2. Let's figure out, what does your dog need? This is really just about doing a quick check-in to get clear on your own training goals.
First off, let's think about your dog's age. The training priorities for a little puppy who needs to learn about the world are completely different from, say, an adolescent dog who suddenly can't seem to focus. And for our older dogs, it's often more about gentle, fun activities to keep their minds active.
So next up, what's your main goal here? Are you just looking for basic obedience, like sit and stay? Or is it more about good family manners, like not jumping all over your guests? Maybe it's something really specific, like working through a tough behavior, or even training for therapy dog work. Knowing what you want to achieve makes the search so much easier. And look, these are some of the most common reasons people call a trainer. If you're dealing with a dog that pulls on the leash, barks a ton, or gets anxious, just know you're not alone. These are totally solvable things, and just naming them is the first big step.
So once you've got a handle on your needs, we can move on to Section 3, Finding Your Training Style. This is all about picking the right approach and the right setting for you and your dog.
You've basically got 2 main options to think about. In-home training is awesome for problems that happen, well, at home, like barking at the mailman or getting worked up about the neighbor's horses. Group classes, on the other hand, are perfect for practicing focus around all sorts of distractions and getting your dog ready for those busier public spots.
And no matter which format you choose, effective, modern training is really built on this one idea: positive reinforcement. It's all about rewarding the behavior you want to see more of. It's a humane way to train that builds a really strong, trusting bond with your dog and gives you reliable results that actually last.
This brings us right to Section 4, How to Choose a Pro. Let's talk about how you can check out potential trainers and feel really good about your choice.
So, this is the big question, isn't it? The dog training world isn't super regulated, so how do you tell who really truly knows what they're doing?
Well, professional certifications are a really great place to start. They show that a trainer is serious about their education. Think of them like specializations. A KPA or CTC certification is great for positive reinforcement and puppy skills. A CPDT is a solid all-around credential. But if you're dealing with more complex stuff like serious fear, you'll want to look for advanced certifications like an IAABC or CBCC.
So when you start talking to trainers, have these questions ready. You'll want to make sure you're comfortable with their methods, definitely ask about their experience with Loxahatchee's unique environment, and understand exactly how they'll create a plan just for your dog. And, of course, always get a clear idea of all the costs up front.
Which leads us perfectly into our last section, Section 5, Costs and Timelines. Let's talk about setting some realistic expectations for your investment of both time and money.
Okay, so this table gives you a general idea of average prices for dog training in our area for 2025. As you can see, costs can really vary depending on what you're looking for, from group classes to more intensive programs. Just remember, these are averages. A trainer's experience and your dog's specific needs will definitely play a role in the final price.
And what about the timeline? Well, for basic skills, you can usually expect to see real progress in about 4 to 8 weeks, but that's if you're practicing every day. For tougher issues like deep-seated fear, just be prepared for a longer journey. It can often take several months of patient, consistent work.
But the whole point of all this work is to get to moments just like this one. Calm, enjoyable walks at beautiful places like Grassy Waters Preserve. where you and your dog can just relax and enjoy being together.
It also means you get to have those peaceful afternoons in your own backyard, feeling confident that your dog can be relaxed and well-behaved, even with all the neighborhood stuff going on around you.
Because at the end of the day, good training does so much more than just fix problems. It really helps your dog become a happy, confident companion who can go with you everywhere your life in Loxahatchee takes you.
You know, with some thoughtful planning, humane methods, and that all-important consistent practice, you really can help your dog become that amazing, well-behaved friend. We wish you the best of luck finding the right partner for your training journey, because a well-behaved dog makes life better for everyone. You, your family, and your whole community.